बर्बरीति न जानाति बर्बरीति अजर्घा न विजानाति तस्मै कन्या न दीयताम्. If to make the long story short, if this guy doesn't know how to derive Ajartha, don't give him yoga. So, there is one thing that I forgot to mention in connection with the Bhashya. People say that Kathena, quote unquote, Dakshinatya, in Northerners, they consider, my own family, they consider Kathena Dakshinatya, as if this is a sin they have committed, being the Dakshinatya. Without due respect to them, this is really a bad thing. I have written about these things. There is one thing I have been very straightforward about, honest. When you say things, you have to be honest. In Bhattaji's he had a section on, and nobody says anything about it. And nobody talks about why do people not talk about Bhattaji's Shabdakaustuba? Why?
First thing, it is incomplete, I believe, sir.
It's not just incomplete, because the quality and also the tradition may have thought that he was competing with Patanjali. He was trying to put something about the Bhashya.
But he says, he swears that my usages are much more in line with Bhashya than Kashika. You have
of
also
course, everybody says that.
No. He says Kashika has violated Bhashya several places.
I mean, he has not violated the Kashika and the Bhashya.
Yes.
Why he disturbed the order of the topics are rearranged and things like that.
So my explanation
Did
for that.
he explain why?
He himself, but we can guess it. By the time Bhattaji came, Sanskrit was not as widely spoken among the people, so you could not get it from usage.
So then why did he use this?
So this kind of a prakarana based.
I mean, 17th century. Why did he go and work this hard? 20th century, 21st century. I am going all the places. Why I am here? Taking the trouble of coming to Auroville. Because I consider my duty to
doing back. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
In fact, I learned first from a particular teacher who said the route Ashtadhyayi, Kashika, Mahabhashya. That is the best route.
No, there are times when you should go to and study Bhattaji's Dikshit. But that's not it.
Yeah, that's right.
I was speaking at Ram Nath Sharma and I said this, something about Bhattaji's Dikshit. There was a student who stood up and he said, "No, sir. You must know that Bhattaji's Dikshit is." I said, "Look, I know Bhattaji's Dikshit. I have spent my whole life doing this." But anyway, the thing I didn't mention to you is that there are people who think that Katyayana was an antagonist of Pāṇini when he did his Vartikas. And they say Uttamrittu Gurukta Chintakatvam Vartikatvam. So that's fine. But that's wrong. Katyayana had a great deal of respect for Pāṇini. Otherwise, he wouldn't spend his life killing himself. And then Patanjali has great respect for Katyayana. So I asked my father once, when he started doing the Vartik Pratyakhanam.
In fact, the whole of Mahabhashya is...
Yeah, if you go and say that Vartikas are not needed,
then why did Bible
Why was Patanjali wasting
Time, time.
Right? See, because in our tradition, the Sanskrit grammatical tradition moves on pratikas. It takes a pratika to talk about things. So, for example, what is the pratika for Vyakarana? Shabda. That's why the Vyakarana say Shabda Pramanata Vayam Yat Shabda Ahtad Asmakam Pramanyam. Our authority is Shabda. Whatever the Shabda asks, that becomes our authority. So, Shabdika Vyakarana. I asked my father, why are you refuting the Vartikas of Katyayana? If you say that Vartikas are not needed, you are also refuting Patanjali's the Vartikas which he accepted. So that goes against Patanjali too. So he smiled. He did the same thing when I asked him, why are you writing this Dhammapada, Vyakhyana? You are an Advaitian. Buddha, you writing on Buddha? Same answer. He said that Buddha was an Advaitian. And that's what I have proved in that one. Long story short. On Patanjali, he said, hey, look, what do you think Bhashya is? Bhashya is a wrestling ring. It's a akhada. Stay away from it. If you go in, you have to fight. So you fight. That's the Purva Paksha. Vartikas are not needed. So the Bhashya came as a style of deliberation. People later on said that Patanjali is the greatest, etc., etc. But that's how it started.
So in that case, if Vartikas are not needed, is the desideratum, let us say. Then that case,
without respect to my father, Vartikas are.
If that's the case, then you must produce an Ashtadhyayi Vritti which does not refer to any Vartika in the Prapriya.
See, the thing is, Vartika came, the Vritti came on the first day when the Sutra was born.
Right.
The Vartikas came at least 150 years later.
So they had some more purposes than merely
The Vritti didn't expect or anticipate Vartika.
That's right.
The Vritti didn't anticipate a Bhashya. Although, if Pāṇini taught the Ashtadhyayi, then he must be teaching all the Bhashya-like things to his students.
Right.
So
Pāṇini would have himself authored or used a kind of vritti to tell his students. That's right.
Oh yeah, sure. No one can expect.
But no vritti earlier than Kashika is available.
Yeah, incomplete.
Complete, yeah. Some partial things are available.
Yeah, I have written about the developmental history of the Pāṇinian school. In short, I have given this one too.
In your volume 1, you have written.
No, it's not volume. I have
It's a
gone
separate. I'll send it to everyone. It's a PDF.
It's a paper, is it?
I
it's a
have.
book, actually.
I did for the history of Indian science and culture. The D.P. Chattopadhyay edited volume, which I have. I don't know how many pages is that. It's a huge thing.
Huge thing, yeah.
It took me a year to write that, and that's my view, complete view on the Ashtadhyayi. I have also about 35 pages on the developmental history of modern studies on Pāṇini, from Germans through George Cardona, S.T. Joshi and others to Rama Nath Sharma. I have 3 paragraphs on myself. So that I could explain how what kind of work I have done and how my works differs. In a nutshell, no one has talked about derivation. That's it. And all I talk about is derivation. No one has said things completely based on the Mahabharata. My discussion, my first volume, and later this volume which I am preparing now is, that's where I need your help, is all compilation of my writing. I don't have to write anything. I have done everything. So, Pāṇinian tradition of linguistics and grammar and linguistics, that's the paper. So, which you have.
I have it, and if you want a copy, I'll distribute it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. I have done
Many
all
pages. It's not. It's a book.
Do you have the Laukika Nyaya?
Laukika Nyaya is it seems he has
Yeah, that's
written on
one
that.
thing. That's one topic which is new. No one has done much, and I have done extensively from the Mahabharata.
So you have covered all the Laukika Nyayas that generally in Mahabharata only.
No, actually, I have covered only those major ones which deal with rule interaction.
Okay.
There is one more that I discussed.
There is a book called Laukika Nyaya Kosha.
Yeah, there are tons of Laukika Nyaya, Sahasri, and all that. But this is just getting into what is Nyaya, what is Laukika Nyaya, how Patanjali uses that to explain Pāṇinian Sutras, etc., etc. Basically, it's on rule interaction, which is the topic of, like, you have two rules, rule A, rule B. What determines the situation where rule B blocks rule 1? Or sometimes rule 1 wins the application. So this is what I have discussed all these things in the Pāṇinian tradition. It's a huge paper, very tersely written. You have to read. It's no novel. I don't write novels anymore. But if you want to read novel, you go to this Laukika Nyaya paper, where I talk about.
But where is it published this
In the History of Indian Science, Philosophy, and also I have a I have brought some printouts which were lying at my Varanasi library. Sometimes I would have brought them and then I left them. So I thought you may be able to use that. So I think there is one copy of Laukika Nyaya in that one. There is one copy of that Pāṇinian study.
Yes.
Okay?
Pachati.
Pachati.